Oh, hi. Good day, everyone. My name is Ram Posham. I'm a strategic client executive architect with Oracle for many years. So today I just want to show you a quick a way of peering two regions. So let me get into the presentation. So I got two regions. One is Virginia region. Other one is the Phoenix region. All right. And it's very easy to create, the VCN. And the public, there's a wizard using which you can create VCN within few seconds. So I did that. I have a VCN here with this CIDR block. And when I did that, it created this public subnet, and this is the private subnet in the red color. And I created a VM here. I would like to call it the Bastion. And this one is a VM in the private subnet. This is the IP address. And on the left side is Phoenix. I have a VCN here with a different CIDR block, and I created a VM within this private subnet. All right. And my goal is that, from this side, from Ashburn, I should be able to talk to the services in the Phoenix region. For example, let's say I create a database in this particular private subnet. I should be able to create a standby database for that database in the Phoenix region. It's a DR scenario. So to do that, there has to be a connectivity between this region and this region. So the way it works is, so that's my goal. I should be able to connect to this VM or this subnet from here. All the resources that are created in this subnet from this side. So that's the goal. Now, to do that, there are a bunch of steps. Number one is we need to create what's called DRG, Dynamic Routing Gateway, in each of the regions. And this routing gateway need to be attached to the VCN here. And this DRG has to be connected to this VCN. And then there's something called remote peering connection. So you create a remote peering connection for this DRG in the Phoenix region, and also a similar one for the IAD region. They need to be connected. After that, we need to create a routing table. So we have to say the traffic from this subnet or this subnet has to flow to this subnet, right? So you just need to provide the routing gateway, routing table. So this is one routing table from this subnet to this subnet, and then it has to be reverse also from this subnet to backwards, right? This is how it comes back to the DRG. So if there is a data that has to go to this destination subnet, you just provide that in the routing table. So that's what I'm going to show you very quickly. So the first thing is we need to create a dynamic routing gateway in each of these regions. So let me show you that and go step by step. So I'm here and I got these VMs in the Ashburn region. So what I would do is I would create a duplicate tab. So that way, so here, on the left side, I will have Phoenix. This is the Phoenix region. On this side, I have the Ashburn region. So in the Phoenix region, I got a VM. And so let me start with networking, virtual cloud networks, and see this is the VCN that I created, VCN IAD, and it has got two subnets, one public subnet and one private subnet. And the CIDR block is 10.0.0.16, and this for public subnet is 0.0.24, and this is 10.0.1.0.24. All right, so and on this side, same thing. So let me show you that. And here is the VCN 10.1.0, 10.1 actually, you see that? And I got two subnets, one public subnet and one private subnet. But what I did is in the Phoenix, I just created only one compute instance in the private subnet. So that's the one. See this one 10.1.1.2.0.3, and that's what I have in my diagram. All right, this is the 10.1.1.1.0.3. On this side, it is 10.0.1.1.39, and this is the public IP address. So let me show you that. very quickly here. So here we have the compute instances. So you can see this is the 150, 136, 68, 149, and that's what this one is. 150, 136, 68, 149. All right, and this is the private IP address 10.0.1.139, 10.0.1.139. So now what we'll do is we'll create a, go to here, let's create a DRG very quickly, dynamic routing gateway, and create dynamic routing gateway. And the name I would like to give is, what is it? So this one, DRG IAD, right? So let's use this same name, create the dynamic routing gateway here, and go here, do the same thing, actually, and create dynamic routing gateway. It will be actually Phoenix, right? Okay, so that's the dynamic routing gateway, and it takes a few seconds to create that. So it's dynamic routing gateway is available. All right. The next thing is we need to attach the dynamic routing gateway to the VCN. That is the next step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that DRG, and you see there is create virtual cloud network attachment. So that's the one we are going to attach. So that attachment name is this. Just let me copy and paste that here. So DRG1 IAD to VCN1 IAD attachment 1, I would like to call it. And it is the VCN1 IAD, right? We are connecting the DRG to this VCN. So that's the next step. So let us do the same thing on the on this side. All right. So click on that. So I got now, here you go. And then what is the attachment name? This is the one. So just use the same name. So I call it DRG1 Phoenix, connected to VCN1 Phoenix, attachment 1. That's the name I like to use. And this is the VCN1. So create. So that is done. The next thing that we need to do is we need to create what's called a peering connection. All right. So let's let's go back here. First, let us do it in the Phoenix side. So here, a remote peering connection. You see that? So say create remote peering connection. And what is the name you like to give? That is going to be this one. So we are in the Phoenix. So DRG1, RPC1, remote peering connection. Create that. And then, so remote peering connection. So it's attaching. Takes a few seconds to do that. So let's. Okay, it is attached. So this is the remote peering connection. You see that? Remote peering connection. And let's go to Ashburn side and let's create a peering connection here. All right. So what is the name for that? That is going to be this one. So let's create the peering connection and say create. All right. So, okay, it's attaching. So on the right side, the Ashburn side is basically requesting to peer with the Western, the Phoenix region. So let's go here. And we are going to establish the connection, right? It's already attached. So here it says, I want to establish the connection to US. It's going to be Phoenix, US. See this one, this is the one. Now it asks for the remote peering connection OCI. So if you go to the Phoenix region, see that there is a, this is the RPC connection. and this is the OCI. So let's copy that and just enter it here on the Virginia side. So that's how we are connecting to the Phoenix region, the remote peering connection, establish the connection. So it's C, it's a pending. In a few seconds, that will be connected. So it's still pending. So go here, remote peering connection. Remote peering connection is here. So it's not yet paired. So it's going on actually. So let's go here. It says pending. In the few seconds should be done. Still says pending. So it's basically handshake is going on. So it should be completed any second. If you like to fast forward your video, you can do that, but it's almost there. Here. Not pure. See, now it's paired. See that? So let's go here. It should say it's paired. Still says pending. Let's give it a few seconds. It should actually completed. Yeah. Oh, this is a VCM. Sorry. Let's go back. Seems to be slow. Actually, I need to go to the DRG. Let's go to the DRG. Okay. Sure why. Google Chrome is taking on the CPU. All right. So it's taking time to refresh the screen. Okay. So it should come. Okay. Something's wrong. Here it is paired. There also it should say it's paired actually. Okay, here we go. It's coming. All right, let's see the peering connection. Or see this, now it's paired. So this is what we should see. So for the DRG, the RPC is paired, and also this side, it's paired. Now, the next thing we need to do is, we need to define the routing table. That means the traffic has to flow from this subnet, right? From this subnet to this subnet. So there is a routing table. So let's go to here, VCN, Virtual Cloud Network, and this is the, no, actually I'm on the Phoenix side. So let's go to Virginia side. First, Virtual Cloud Network. I got this VCN. and I got this public subnet. All right. So public subnet is this one, and now you got this routing table. So what we are saying is the destination is through the DRG, and the destination is 10, 1, 0. Actually, it should be 1, 0 / 24. 10, 1, 1 dash 1. That's a private subnet. So here, 10, 1, 1, 0. So this is where the traffic has to flow from this subnet, 10, 0, 0, 0, 24 to this one. I should be able to connect to this VM from this VM. Next, we'll take care of this one. So go back and then say a route to the private subnet in Phoenix from public subnet in Virginia, right? So add this route. So now, so that is done. So now let's see whether that works before we go to the next one. So I got this. First, let's connect to, I got some commands to connect to the VM. So first I need to connect to, see this one, what I'm doing is I'm creating a SSH tunnel to the VM in Virginia. So this is the first VM in Virginia. This is the VM in the, so is this IP address is correct? Let me just check. Yeah. So the first VM is 139. Let's see, it's 139. Yep, see that? So that's what local port is 22, destination port is 22. And for the VM in Phoenix, we are saying local port is 3, and the remote is 22. All right. So that's what we are doing. So let's hit this and go here and paste that. Okay, now I'm connected to this bastion here. Now, can I connect to this one? Let's see. Let's see that. So the connection to that remote thing is this one. See that? So let's see that. Okay, sorry, I need to open a different window actually. So that would be another window here. Okay, so let's paste that here. So we are trying to connect to the VM on the Phoenix side. So let's connect that. So it doesn't connect. So the reason is, did we establish that thing? Yes, we did that. So we are going to 10.1.1 from here to there. And let's go to Phoenix. And we need to have the same routing actually. So that's the important thing. So VCN, go to this. And this is the private subnet. And we need to have the routing table, right? So here we are saying, yes, we will allow the traffic from Virginia. So add routing. So you say DRG, and then you say 10, 0, 0, 0, 24, 0/24. This is the public subnet on the Virginia side. So route to public subnet in Virginia region from the private subnet in Phoenix region. All right. So add this route. It has to be bidirectional. So that's done. All right. Now let's see if that works. Okay, that's all right. Let's see. It doesn't work. Then what we do is we go here and go to this is the VM. Okay. Now, for this private Phoenix. This is the subnets. So this is the private subnet, and there is a security list. So we are allowing SSH from this subnet, this side of block. We are not allowing anything from the Virginia side. So we need to add an ingress rule. Okay, so that one we say 10.0.0.0/24, and the traffic that we are going to allow is 22. All right. So that's how. So actually, I should put a comment there. We say allow SSH traffic from public subnet in Virginia region. All right. So we need to allow SSH traffic in Phoenix. So that's what this one is telling. Now let's go here. Okay, so let's try it on. There you go. See that? Now we are able to connect to that one. All right. So that's the that's on the Phoenix side. We are able to connect from Virginia to the Phoenix side. So that connection is established. In other words, so now from this subnet 10.0.0.24, I'm able to connect to this VM through this routing rules and the security list, right? We did that. The next thing that we want to do is we need to be able to also at least ping to this VM, at least ping this VM from here, all right? So first, let us connect to this VM, right? Let's connect to that VM. So here we go, this side. So the VM, how do we connect to that VM? So this is the one. All right. So now we are on the VM on the Virginia side. That is on this VM. All right. Now, can we ping that VM on the left side? We cannot. So let me show you that we cannot ping that VM, and we'll know how to. We'll show you how to fix that. Okay. So it will not let you ping. So there are two things. Number one is we need to establish the routing rules. Same thing that we did. All right. So now let's go to here and go to Virginia and go to the VCN. All right. And it has got two subnets, and this is the private subnet. And from the private subnet, we are going to create a routing to the Phoenix side, add routing. So you say DRG going to 10.1.1.0/24. So that is the subnet here, right? 10.1.1.0.24. So that is the route to the private subnet in the Phoenix region from the private subnet in Virginia region. So that's done. That's done. We need to do the same thing on the Phoenix side. So here we go. This is a virtual cloud network, two subnets, and take the private subnet and look at the routing table. So add routing table, say DRG, and this will be to the private subnet on the Virginia side. So that's going to be 10.0.1.0/24. And that is a route to the private subnet in Virginia from the private subnet in the Phoenix region. All right, so that's what you do. All right. Now, we want to allow the SSH traffic also from there, correct? So we need to go here again, go to the subnets, private subnet, and it has got security lists. right? So here we allowed SSH from this public subnet, but actually we want to allow SSH from the private subnet also. So add ingress rule, we say here, it should be from the private subnet 10.0.1.24, and we want to allow SSH traffic. So it should be allow SSH traffic from the private subnet in Virginia region. So that's the one. Actually, that allows privates, that allows SSH traffic. But what that means is from this side, from this VM in Virginia, I need to have the private key to do SSH here. So instead of that, we want to see whether we can ping, at least we can ping that one, right? So what is the IP address in the Phoenix region? So that one is, so let's go to this PowerPoint. That one was 20203. So take that. So ping, it will not work because we need to enable ping traffic. So what we do is, you on the Phoenix region, you see this one, ingress rules, we need to allow ping traffic. So that is this is how you do it. So from this place, actually add. So what you are saying is from this subnet, right? From this private subnet, we want to allow ICMP traffic with a code of 8. So allow ping traffic from the private subnet in the Virginia region. All right, so that's what this is. So that is the code. Now we should be able to see this. This is the, now let's try to ping it, right? See, now we can ping it. So once we can ping it, if you have a SSH key for the private, that one, we should be able to connect. So for example, we can say SSH OPC at that same IP address, right? Now we won't be able to do SSH because we need to provide the private key, right? So we need to provide the private key. So we don't have that, right? So then it's going to complain. So that's the thing, right? But at least it will prompt you that so it's a permission denied because you don't have the private key. So hopefully that helps you. Now, now that let me just recap. So we got 2 regions, Virginia and Phoenix region. We have a subnet here with the CIDR block 10.0.0.16, and here we have 10.1.0.0.16. And our goal is to allow traffic from this subnet to this subnet, because we are going to create databases here, and we want to have a standby database here. And that's possible only when there is a traffic allowed from this region to this region, right? So that to do that, you need to have a DRG and both the regions, and you need to attach the DRG to its to VCN, and that's what we did. So after the DRG is attached to the VCNs, we created RPCs, remote peering connections, and we established the connection. After that, we created the routing rules, and we also modified the security lists, right, for both the subnets. So here we allowed the traffic from this public subnets and the private subnet here. And that's what we showed you during the last 20-30 minutes. All right. Hope this was useful. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you, and have a good day.